What's good, YouTube? This is your guy, D Chill. I'm back at it with another one from D Chill in the discussion. Um, this story I have today is going to be about the two juvenile staff employees getting high on the job. And I mean high. Actually, they should say they getting low on the job because they was doing a downer. Because they wasn't all uppity, they was lowity, and they was lit. I mean, for real. So look, check this out. So we have these two staff. One, we gonna call him Timothy, and the lady, we gonna call her Nicole. Okay, so he's a black guy, dark skin, kind of short afro, probably 5'10", might have been the same height as me. Well, now I'm 5'9", but back then, I'm just saying, yeah. Anyway, so, and, wait, let me rewind this. Let me get my shout outs out the way. Give a shout out to Kidback Videos, Stephen A. Smith Show, Bosco 100, Big Blue Rag, C. Bill, Joe T, 89 On Up Homie, The Legends Channel, Charlie Global, Jay Williams, Cartoon One, oh yeah, and L.A. Ron, Big Homie Blocks, Nina Boy, Bosco, if I didn't say them already, and notice I'll stay out the way, Trey, and there might be some more, but anyway, my bad, y'all, because I didn't get that out from the beginning. So, back to the story. So what happened is, well, yeah, I gave you his description. Now, she was a Caucasian lady, kind of blondish, brownish hair, nice figure, probably like about 4'7" to 4'11". She wasn't that tall, but real pretty, and had a little figure on her. So these cats, man, look here. We would be just, we're familiar with them because we're going in and out of the juvenile system as kids doing crime. You get familiar with these particular staff because you have what they call senior boys east, senior boys west. Then you have, I forget what the other thing is, the other dorm is called, but it's if you've already been sentenced and you're not old enough to be down there senior boys east or senior boys west, then you're in that particular dorm. But if you're still going through trial or whatever, and you're still just to get, or if you just got in, you're just going to junior boys. And then they have right across the hall is the female pod. Now I forget what the name of that was, but that was just for the females. But so I'm in junior boys along with a bunch of the people that I know. So we're very familiar with these guys because this is their dorm that they work all the time. And so you get, comfortable being able to chit chat with them here and there and throughout whatever your little time, whatever you're doing. So we will be going to different little events in the juvenile. Like you have to go downstairs to play ping pong, to go swimming, to go play pool, or going to school. Well, I don't believe their shift was during the school. Yeah, matter of fact, their shift was, I believe, like 3 up until it's time for us to lock it down or whatever. So we would, be going throughout, whether it be going to dinner or those other places I mentioned, with the staff. And so I guess they kept everything cool and composed while they still knew we had to go outside of the dorm. But once we got back in the dorm, look here, man. It got to a point where we knew what was about to go down before they even went and started doing their thing. And man, look, we would count it, clock it, literally. Everybody know, okay, at about this time, they're both gonna slide into that bathroom and they're gonna act like we can't see them and they can't see us, like there's not 20 kids still in the day room. Because, let me see, the even side and the odd side. And on the odd side, the even side, I believe it went up to 12 or 10, but that particular dorm had 3 beds in it. Whereas on the odd side, it just goes up to 9 or 11, but just all single man dorms. And then out in the day room to the right, there's another big room, and I believe there was a 4-room dorm, a 4-room cell. And maybe that was kind of like for overflow if they just start getting too packed. That's how the people will end up in there. And when you're young, you're a kid, you're loving, you're hoping at any moment that you can be in either the 3-man cell or the 4-man cell, because you're lonely. You got comic books to read, but you want to be in there with your partners so you can chop it up, laugh, kick it at night, and do all this, that, and the third. Whereas you can't do that just sitting there by yourself. So anyway, it was just, that's just how Juvenile was. So back to reality. Like I said, 9 rooms on one side or 11, 10 to 12 on the other side. So pretty much about, at the least, there's about 20 of us in there. So, and these folks would act like we're not there or they didn't care. Now, mind you, sometimes they would kind of try to be slick. One would go in and then the other one would go in. And they try to be, somewhat discreet, and like as if, oh, okay, she just came out the bathroom now. He's trying to use the bathroom. Look here, man. We're thieves. We're criminals. So, if we're out here doing and running the most and doing the most on the streets, we're going to be able to pay attention to someone else trying to be slick and do something. So, of course, we caught on to it. She went to the bathroom, you had to. Now, y'all pulling some kind of move in there. So, for a while, there was a bunch of us like, man, is Potting in there hitting her things? Like, because, of course, like I said, sometimes they would just go in there together, like as if we didn't see that. And you got to understand, the cage is right in the middle of the unit. Everyone could, I trip up when as I'm telling the story. I literally get to like, what the heck were they thinking? Like, did they really think that they were that slick, or they just didn't care? Because I kid you not, sometimes they would go in that thing together. Majority of the time they would slip in and out, and but one time they did that little slip in and out, and man, I couldn't believe it, because you gotta understand, this is when the cats maybe 12 have never seen no hard drugs at that time. And one day that they decided to, one go in, one go out, I look to the side, and as I look out my peripheral, I could clearly see a little glass mirror on the sink and white lines on there. And my eyes like, whoa. So I am tripping like, man, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew there was something going on. And so now it's to a point where we're clowning them, but we're not being overly exposing them about what they're doing. It was just we're doing things to kind of bother partner Timothy. I think that's what I said we would call him a story, because we knew he was high. Because you're young, but you start paying attention to the mannerism and how a person was, because all we did was smoke weed. So we are equating the way how he's looking as if he high on weed like we were. But of course, we're not smelling no weed smoke in there. But we can see that partner is droopy and he's looking at us. So that's what I mean by we would mess with him. We would do certain things. Sometimes we ain't did nothing, but we would do certain things to just bother him, get his attention, because we know he's going to mess up his little high. He's going to have to get up and come out of the cage and have to do something, and he'll be fired up. I can tell just thinking his brain like, these little punks making me get up. I'm trying to enjoy my coast, and they keep on bothering me. Now look, so then they be, everybody go to bed, everybody go to bed. Even if we ain't did nothing at all, this dude would just come out of there out of nowhere. Everybody go to bed, everybody go to bed. Oh, no. We were like, what are you talking about? Timothy, almost said the man's name. What are you talking about, Timothy, man? We ain't did nothing wrong. All right now. I ain't ready to play with y'all. You do it again? Everybody going to bed. Everybody going to bed. And he would just go like he's going down in his tone and everything. Because as he's talking and going, his tone going down, his head is going down as well. Partner was hot. Now, old girl, I don't know if she was doing what they call that, the speed stuff. That's what they call it back then. I don't know if she was doing uppers and downers. But I never, as I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen her lit. Maybe once seen her in a a little bit of a, but hey, she was active. She kept it, polished a little bit. Nicole had a little bit of game to herself, which you would think the brother would have some game, but either he didn't care or he had no game, because that cat just looked it and acted high all the time. And then it got to a point where, because I was a regular, I used to be in there often, me and my bro. And then so, like I said, sometimes having done nothing wrong, I could just either be on the phone or just walking around. Dorian, go to bed. No, I had enough. Go to bed. I'm like, Timothy, man, what are you talking about? I ain't did nothing, man. I just came from the phone. What do you mean? Because, you can either be playing too much in the day room. You could be, you could have did something while you were on the phone. Anything. So, granted, I've done stuff to get myself parked. I've been put in the room plenty of times. But at these particular cases, I ain't done nothing. Partner was just so loaded that he would either find a way, actually, I can't even say he'll find a way. He would just be so lit. He'd just call you out and tell you to go to bed. You ain't did nothing. Some people, they got parked. They had to go to bed. Some did, some didn't. Man, look here, man. We used to have a field day messing with him when he was on tilt. And that pretty much was the night for us. I mean, we knew that we were going to have us a blast, because not everybody's working every day. You have different ones. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think that was the other one. He was a shooter in the hoop. I don't think any of us ever beat that dude in just shooting free throws. He would challenge us. Man, like he was lights out. Excuse me. So I believe it got to the point where I don't think they have ever gotten fired while we were there or any of that. But I think it may have got back to upper management or someone about them doing whatever they was doing, because it just got to a point where it was either non-existent or they just stopped it completely, because them two, or they may have even splitting them up, and he ended up going down to the other one because Nicole, she stayed there and she was a little freak. Well, if I knew what I knew back then, now I would have hit Partner in one of those rooms downstairs going to the school classrooms, because she was pulling. Because you know, when you're young, you're afraid, man, if I do this and say this, and if I smack her on her cakes, I'm going to get another charge and get put in the SPOO, which is Special Programs Unit. I know now. Back then, I just thought that was the name of it because it was in the basement, in the dungeon. SPOO. Literally, that was lockup. Man, so, but if I knew what I know now, excuse me, y'all, I definitely would have hit. I'm serious, because she was bending over, sometimes just be sitting in a chair or down on her outside, having her legs cocked, and that joint just be sitting there just growling at you. I mean, and you ain't no fool. You know, when you're young, you peeping all the moves, but a cat was spooked, thinking they gonna get parked if they even attempt to. But as I got older, I believe a couple of different cats told me that they end up hitting it. I'm like, you gotta be getting hot at myself. Like, I could have hit this chick, a thick little white girl, woman. But you know, at the time, we're like I said, 13 to 15, because if you're over 15, I believe you gotta go to senior boys. So we weren't that much younger than some of them. So she might have been in her 20s, young, 21, 22. She could have very well been 30, but I know they weren't that much older than us. Ooh, and they had another one. Oh, my goodness. Let me get off of that. So anyway, man, it was comical sometimes being in juvie. Of course, you'd be upset you're locked up and you away from your family, but I tell you this, sometimes you would be having a field day just looking and mimicking them or messing with them, because we would all mimic him, and he would get hot, and he'd catch somebody pulling one of his moves, because my bro had it bad. He'll see a certain person and we'll just say TK. He'll say TK, one of the homies. I'm just throwing an alias out there because I'm not going to say it's full. TK, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. No, I seen what you did. You go to bed, TK. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. On that point, look, seriously, he'd be in the cage and he'll just, like I told you, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Duran, go to bed. And fall right back out. He's like, man, what's up with Timothy, man? What this guy got going on? Because that, like I said, at first we didn't know what this was. We didn't know what kind of stuff until you got hit by everybody else in that group. Like, yeah, partner in there doing that thing, man. And either he's doing old boy or he playing with his nose. What Joe T said, that white girl, Christina Aguilera. Joe T is a mess. Y'all got to go check him out, man. That dude, to me, has to be the funniest, most thorough, complete, explains and tells a story, and every character pretty much that he introduces into his story, he mimics their voices like to a T. Like as if you knew the person that he's talking about, the way it sounds, it's like, you know, oh yeah, boy sound like that. That's how good this dude is. He have your man. He's filthy, man. I mean, hands down. Because he got this one particular character on there named C. Donnie. And the way how he be telling the stories about C. Donnie, oh my goodness, man. He got one of those raspy voices. I just got over a cold, y'all, so excuse me. But anyway, I just had to give a shout out to Joe T, because he got some great stories. And of course his pops do too. Lil Joe and Big Joe. Yeah, so anyway, y'all, that's the end of the story. I just wanted to get that one out there because it just reminded me of the times I had. Wasn't all bad. It wasn't all sad when I was locked up in the juvie. Sometimes we had a ball. It was beyond funny, and yeah, talking about partner and messing with him, and yeah, man, that was a fun time. So anyway, man, that's the story for today. The juvie staff getting high on either that. I know it was that Christina Aguilera. I know. Let me quick on that woman's name out. I know it was that it was telling that tooting, but they had to be on something else that slows you down, if you know what I mean, because the way our partner be. Go to bed. I told you to go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. I'm not going to be playing with you. Okay, Dorian? Literally, mid-sentence, right in front of you. He's sitting down, but he be out of there, nodding. What Joe T say? Nodding, farting. No, he wasn't farting though, but he'd be nodding. Yeah. So anyway, man, that's my story. Just want to get that out there to y'all. So like I say, man, not here to be doing no arguing, no fussing. We definitely ain't gonna do no cussing. We're just gonna have us a good, honest discussion. So get into the comment section, like, comment, subscribe, and share it out to someone else, because somebody else might like what you don't like. You know how that goes. But I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you for listening to me. Again, this is D Chill, and I'm out.